Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of our podcast, a space where we learn, grow, and remind ourselves that we are stronger than we think. Today's topic is one that we all struggle with: anxiety. But here's the powerful truth that changed everything for me. Action is the antidote to anxiety. It's not about waiting for fear to go away. It's about doing the thing anyway, with the fear sitting beside you. If you've ever felt stuck or overwhelmed, this episode is for you. Let's dive into this journey together. Part 1. What anxiety feels like. Anxiety often doesn't look like panic attacks or shaking hands. Sometimes it's much quieter, avoiding your to-do list, postponing phone calls, dreaming of things you're too scared to try. The tight chest when thinking about the future. Let me share a story. A few years ago, I had to give a small presentation. I was terrified, thinking of reasons to cancel. But I pushed through the fear and went ahead with it. And you know what? I didn't die. I didn't fail. In fact, someone said afterward, "You spoke with so much heart." I realized that action doesn't erase fear, but it weakens it. Part 2. Why taking action. Helps anxiety is a biological and emotional reaction to fear and uncertainty. But when you take action, even in small ways, your brain gets the message, "I'm okay. I'm capable." It's like turning off the fire alarm in your mind. Most of the time, there's no real danger, just fear. Sarah's story. Sarah was 40, never learned to drive, and was terrified of it. But when her daughter asked why she didn't drive her to school like other moms, Sarah took the first step. After her first driving lesson, she kept going. A year later, she was road tripping with her daughter. Fear was always in the car, but it didn't drive. Part 3. Tiny steps. Big impact action doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes it's just one small step. Writing one sentence, making a phone call, or stepping outside. Tiny actions change. Your mindset, telling your brain, "You're not stuck, you're moving." Daniel's crisis. Daniel worked 60-hour weeks, drowning in anxiety, and collapsed from exhaustion. Instead of quitting, he started with small changes. He woke up 30 minutes earlier to walk and reflect. 6 months later, he transitioned to a new role with better hours. Small steps led to big changes. Part 4. Overthinking versus action. Overthinking is like trying to run a marathon with 10 backpacks, but action breaks that cycle. It shifts your attention from thinking to doing. Start small, like a 5-minute task, and watch momentum build at Elif's journey. Elif moved to a new country and couldn't speak a word of English in class. Her language coach challenged her to speak for 30 seconds daily. Over time, she gave a 5-minute presentation. She learned, action comes first, then confidence. Part 5. The role of confidence and discipline. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after. Every time you show up scared, speak up with a shaky voice, or try again after failure, you build confidence. Discipline gets you started, action keeps you moving, and confidence meets you along the way. Part 6. When action feels impossible. Sometimes even the smallest action feels impossible, but sometimes action is just resting without guilt or asking for help. Even small efforts count. If you're still trying, you're already showing up. Angela's fight. Angela, a nurse and single mom, felt overwhelmed by daily life. She created a 3-action rule: get dressed, eat, smile at her kids. Slowly, this habit grew into journaling, affirmations, and self-care. Small actions built strength. Part 7. The motivation. Myth. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. Motivation arrives once you've started. Set your alarm, count down from 5, and just go. Your brain will follow. Jake's business launch. Jake wanted to start a business, but kept waiting for the right time. After meeting an older man, Jake finally launched his website that night. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. 2 years later, his business was thriving. Part 8. Turning fear into. Fuel fear isn't your enemy, it's energy. It shows up when you're about to grow, when you're doing something meaningful. Fear isn't a stop sign. It's a sign that you're about to do something powerful. Emily's guitar performance. Emily dreamed of playing guitar in front of people, but she was terrified. She entered a talent show, hands shaking. But as she played, fear turned into focus, and the room stood and applauded her. Part 9. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Anxiety often thrives on perfectionism. But what if we celebrated progress instead? Celebrate every step, even the small ones. I showed up today. I made that call. These tiny wins build confidence. Ray's marathon. Ray wanted to run a marathon but kept failing. After 10 years, he signed up again. He didn't run fast, but he finished with a smile. I ran for the part of me that never gave up, he said. Part 10. From knowing to doing, you already know what you need to do. The hard part isn't knowledge, it's action. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Start with what you have and go. From there. Part 11. Rewiring your brain for courage. Your brain is designed to protect you, but sometimes it overreacts. Fear can make simple tasks seem dangerous. But with practice, courage becomes a habit. Sarah's social confidence. Sarah was painfully shy. She challenged herself to do one brave thing daily, like ordering coffee or speaking in a group. Eventually, she built confidence and now helps others do the same. Part 12. The power of one brave day. You don't need a brave year, just one brave day. One step today can change your future. Tell yourself, today I'll act like the bravest version of me. Mrs. Kim's book. Mrs. Kim, a teacher, always dreamed of writing a book. She decided one day to act like the woman she wanted to be. She wrote one chapter. 2 years later, her book was published. Part 13. The self-talk that changes everything. Your inner voice shapes your anxiety. What if you spoke to yourself with kindness? What if your inner dialogue was empowering? Change your self-talk, and your actions will follow. David's healing. David, an athlete who lost everything after an injury, struggled with self-criticism. He started writing kind sentences to himself, and gradually, his mindset shifted. He became a coach for other injured athletes. Part 14. What to do when you fall back. Everyone has bad days. What matters isn't falling, but getting back up. Reset with small actions. Take a walk, listen to a song, and move forward gently. Maria's journey. Maria struggled with anxiety for 15 years. She fell back many times but kept trying. Today, she runs a mental health podcast, inspiring others to trust the process. Part 15. Action is your superpower. You don't need to fix everything today, just move. One brave step, one small choice. Action is your superpower. It cuts through fear, reminding your brain, we're not stuck, we're trying. Part 16. The Courage Toolkit. Here's a daily toolkit to reduce anxiety. The 5-second rule. Count down from 5 and move. The one brave thing habit. Do one small thing that scares you. The 10-minute start. Break tasks into small, manageable steps. Affirmation. Walks. Say positive truths while walking. Night reflection. Write down your small wins. Part 17. Final story: the firefighter who froze. Jacob, a firefighter, froze during a fire, but he used that moment to practice mindfulness and talk about fear. "Courage is what you do next," he said. Part 18. Final message: you are not broken, you are becoming. Action is your ally. So today, just begin. Take one brave step. Action is your superpower. You are more powerful than you know. Thank you for listening. If this episode inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, action is the antidote to anxiety. Keep going. See you next time.